What if the secret to being a great manager isn't about having the best answers, but asking better questions aligned to mindsets and habits that are key to your success? I have a true story for you. 2 years ago, I witnessed a CEO of a $4 million high growth company lose her entire business because she knew how to manage a brand, create amazing systems, but she did not know how to manage her executive team. Her team did not trust her. They found out she was hiding money. She lied about her real salary, and the business had no oversight beyond just her. The business fell as quickly as it rose. I've coached hundreds of leaders during the past 20 years, and the ones who eventually got the best out of their teams all learned and mastered these two habits that I'm going to share. The advice I'm sharing will apply in any workplace when you want to accelerate both your performance and your team. Today we're tackling a question everyone who manages a team should ask themselves at least once. Am I a good manager? During the first 15 years of my career, I was on at least 70 different teams. Yeah, you heard that, 70. What I learned very quickly is that people in charge, they like to believe they're more effective than they truly are. And they're often convinced that the problem is never them, it's always everyone else. Shocker, I know. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore two key traits of managers who bring out the best in their teams. We'll pause along the way so that you can reflect on your own leadership. So keep watching, subscribe, like, and comment, and hit that notification bell. And I promise you, in a few weeks, possibly even in a few days, your direct reports will thank you for the changes they will see in you. And now let's get going and make sure that we don't become somebody's worst nightmare. First thing to keep in mind is that effective managers know what motivates their teams. Is it recognition? Is it autonomy? Do people like to learn? Is it growth opportunities? What sets your people off, good or bad? It is your job as a manager to tailor your approach to each person who reports to you or works with you, even if they are your peers. You're probably thinking, yeah, how am I going to do that? I have 6 people reporting to me, or my colleagues, they don't even report to me. Don't worry about that. I got you. One thing I want you to start doing immediately is to start putting into practice being more curious and having simple prompts at the beginning of every meeting that you're having. Whether it's a status meeting, a brainstorming meeting, it doesn't matter. Spend the first 5 minutes doing more than just asking, hey, how's the weather where you're at? Instead, focus on asking deeper questions that will get your team to reflect. And also give them permission to share what is important to them. And this will allow for people to feel more comfortable. If there's a particular situation that's top of mind for them, they can actually confide in you and share what's going on with them. Either way, it's a great and no pressure way for you and all of your team members to learn from each other. And remember, there needs to be reciprocity, so you have to share back. If you're not sure, if you don't feel comfortable yet doing that, let's take a smaller step and just ask your team what excites them about their work, what doesn't. And I want you to not judge them if you don't like what you hear. Small insights about others will lead to big wins. Never forget that. The next thing I want to focus on is trust. Trust isn't just about honesty. That's a part of it, but it's not all of it. It's also about consistency in how you communicate and also how you act. When your team can't predict your decisions, they'll fill in the gaps. And basically, they'll do it with assumptions. And rarely are these assumptions in your favor. So ask yourself, do I explain the why behind something, or do I just announce it? Do I apply rules and rewards equally, or do I have exceptions, or do exceptions creep in, depending if I like the person more or another? Take a situation where there's a restructuring happening at a company. Somebody who's transparent, they don't just announce the role is changing. They host a candid Q&A to address fears, concerns, and also share a long-term vision of what's going on. And to also take the time to co-create with their teams, especially if some people are going to be impacted. So co-create a transition plan together. Give them 3 months as opposed to 2 days to know that they're going to be leaving the company. Now contrast this with the leader who springs changes at last minute and it's a done deal, there's not much you can do, teams will remember which approach made them feel respected, heard, valued, even when the news is tough. But then fairness, it definitely goes beyond just big decisions. It's in the daily moment. So don't forget, even when you have high performers, they should not get all the plum projects. Or do you intentionally spend more time with them versus others who also need support? Do you critique privately, but praise publicly every single time? Are promotions tied to clear criteria, or can people actually perceive them as you play favorites? You give them to the people that you like. And remember, trust is a currency. Every ambiguous message or inconsistent choice, it drains the account. And remember to deposit relentlessly and to always make sure you have more credit in your account than debits, especially when it comes to trust. So how'd you do? We just talked about motivation and we talked about trust and transparency. How do you feel that you did? Being a great leader means continuous growth. So I want you to revisit those reflections and pick the ones that resonate the most with you, and then think about what can you apply this week. If this resonated, I want you to hit subscribe and definitely share it with another teammate, share it with a colleague, and let's all redefine work together and make the workplace where we spend so much of our time one that we enjoy going to. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.